guys, what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly.
Whoa! Another delicious intro there from the big hose.
It's good to have you back, Joseph.
Yeah, so I flew in on the private jet, just landed in Adelaide, and my luggage got stolen.
To your array of fans.
Yeah, there was a massive lineup. The Channel 9 News were there as well.
just Channel 9. Fuck.
And so I've still got my snow gear on because I've spent the last 2 weeks snowboarding and drinking coffee, about 20 coffees a day. I don't eat, I just drink coffee.
A lot of carbohydrates are sort of consumed.
Yeah, a lot of pastries. Went to the buffet every morning. I think I'm
not like change from when you were back home then.
tipping the scales at about 125.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, man, this snow gear is amazing. It's so comfortable.
Yeah, you didn't want to take it off.
And it's doing plenty for my hair, as you can see. Like, it's a lot smoother.
Yeah.
So episode 149, Big Neve.
Yep.
We've got a big one in store, pretty much all Ask Neve questions. What have we got back in stocks, etc., etc.?
Fuck, I do always forgot to bring the piece of paper in.
Of course you did.
I'll have to take my gloves off to get my phone.
Mate, has anyone actually seen Neve's gloves? These things are amazing.
They're terrific. Oh fuck, I've only got thumb pad on the right hand. This is not very... I apologise. I apologise in advance. So, we have... luckily I messaged a deal about this.
Yes, very good.
So, we have new products back in stock, coming soon. What's up? Ask Neve.
What's up?
Yeah, it's a new instalment.
Oh, very, very nice. All right, so what's back in stock,
First
man?
up, new products. Legend. Ghost Legend is now available in the green apple
about
flavour.
goddamn time.
Yeah, so it took a while to get back in, but it's a limited... I don't know if it's a limited edition or if it's just new to the Australian market.
Yep.
But that's now back in stock. Or in, sorry. And I can't fucking tell if you're looking at me or not. You're putting me off. All right. Back in stock. Prana everything.
Yeah, nice.
Staunch everything.
Nice.
Ghost Legend in all flavours.
Yes.
Ghost Pump.
Very nice.
All flavours. Ghost Protein, all flavours.
Delicious.
So yeah, everything from Ghost back in stock. Actually, we had a pretty big order come in as well for the fair bit of Cellucor.
Yeah.
Those kind of products as well. So stock back up and all of that.
So any new products, anything like that, or that is it?
That's it.
Are you sweating your balls off?
No, I'm terrific.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck me, mate. Under this, I'm like sweating like a fucking pedophile at a kindergarten.
One arm.
What?
One arm Bricky in Baghdad?
No. A gypsy with a mortgage. All right, so we're getting straight into Ask Neve.
No, you got new products coming soon.
New
Coming
products?
soon. No, sorry, coming soon.
Coming soon. What have we got?
Dermatized GABA
Oh, GABA.
on its way. Also, last week I ordered new TMJ wrist wraps, as you mentioned,
Nice.
and the TMJ arm blasters.
Do you want to give the people a quick rundown on what GABA is?
Well, it's a sleep product.
Yes.
So, as you'd be aware, a lot of the sleep products were taken off the market recently, including Phenibut.
Yeah. I'm not sure to do with my hands.
What else was taken off? Phenibut and...
Tryptophan.
yeah.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
So a lot of products like that have been taken off the market. So there's been a definite hole in the market, apart from a few sort of products like sort of 5-HTP, GABA, a lot of those kind of L-theanine are sort of in a lot of the sleep formulas nowadays. But GABA is sort of really one of the only really sleep.
Man, I think GABA's amazing. 2 to
Sleep
3 grams of
formulas.
that before you go to bed and you are out like a light.
So yeah, definitely we've got that coming as a raw material as well. So for those that want a cheaper product than paying for a sleep formula, because obviously it's not all the products combined, it's just the GABA or GABA, wherever you're from.
GABA.
Wherever you're from. And yeah, definitely going to be an awesome product by Dermatize there. So.
Awesome. So Ask Neve?
No.
What? Oh, what's up? Tell me. What is this?
So
like,
this is where you tell
that
this is what. You're not intrigued because you're just back from the snow. You may have forgotten. I realise this.
No, but this is the thing, mate. I haven't done anything for like 2 weeks apart from drink coffee and snowboard.
Just brain's a bit foggy. So this is this episode or the segment where we tell the viewers what our current favourite supplement of the week is.
Ooh. What's yours?
Fuck, we should have thought of this before we came in, didn't we?
I didn't even. This is the thing. I've been on holidays like snowboarding for 2 weeks.
No, actually I got mine.
What?
So I've started using the new Drop Factor Orange Mango flavour.
Ooh, delicious.
Not a new product to me, but the new flavour being Orange Mango, because I ran out of my Hydro Shred. So I've gone back to Drop Factor, just getting a little bit close to the Arnold. Just need to ramp my fat loss up a little bit.
You got to get shredded.
Change the fat burner up. And yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah, okay.
great product as it's always been, but now not delicious, but it's certainly a massive improvement on the old drop factor flavour.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so is this mine?
Get yours.
Okay. Mine this week, my favourite sup would have to be Core Shred. I started using it again this morning. I went from just a straight acetyl L-carnitine to Core Shred. This morning, I was, mate, again, sweating about the same as what I am now.
Yeah.
Gypsy with a mortgage, unbelievable. So I've been using that pre-workout, and it's amazing. So that's my favourite supplement of the week.
Pre-weights or pre-cardio?
Both.
It's great. Do you know what ingredient I love in there?
What?
Grains of paradise.
Grains of paradise and forskolin.
Yeah.
Really good dose of that. So that's awesome.
An awesome formula for those of you who are a bit stim tolerant, for any girls who are a little bit stim tolerant.
Or anyone who just wants to sweat their ass off when they're training.
And add it to your fat burner as well, because it
absolutely.
doesn't really double up on too many ingredients with core burn. It can be stacked together with core burn as well as any other real fat burner.
Yep.
So
100%.
Yeah.
So that's my favourite stuff.
There you go.
All right, Ask Neve.
Yep.
Is this Ask Neve and Swole or just Ask Neve?
Ask Neve and Swole. I told people to ask you a question.
Yeah. Intermission, big dog.
Joe got a bit tired.
He got like jet lag, like really quick. You must have worked him too hard. So I think he's just gone for a bit of a nap. So I'm stepping in for Ask Neve, which is really my segment now anyway because we're partnering up in this.
Yeah.
So
there's that one dude who always wants the same wants you to have your own segment.
Yeah, what is with that? I like partnerships. I'm just not a lone wolf in this situation. I just like to do things with other people. So I'm not just having my own segment, man. I can't do that. All right, Nathan Cook from the Gold Coast in Australia. I really want to get stronger, so I've implemented a 5x5 compound lifts, deads, bench, squats, overhead press, and was wondering should I take this approach to the rest of my exercises in a standard session or just lift heavy for fucking everything?
Definitely not. Like we said, I think it was last week we mentioned. Do 5x5 or 5-3-1 is a terrific program when the 5-3-1 which is probably what you're looking at. I mean, the thing is doing 5x5 every week is progression is key.
Yeah,
so that's the thing.
Always is, man.
You either need to be obviously increasing those amounts of weight each week, or the amount of reps, or the amount of sets. So
something needs to be progressing.
Needs to be progressing. So the thing is, 5x5. If you're simply hitting 5x5 every week, I'm not a massive. I mean, it'll definitely work, but I'm more of a fan of like 5-3-1 because you're getting that stronger weights as well, dropping those rep range, you're varying it. You're not doing the same thing every single week. Your body's very smart. Your body adapts to shit
very quickly. But the rest of your session, you're not just going to do 5x5, are you? You're going to do accessory stuff, which is going to be a little bit higher reps.
Definitely, as I said last week, something like the second movement, which is an accessory. So let's just use deadlifts here. If you're using deadlift on a back day, following it up with bent over heavy barbell rows, do like 4 sets of 8, or 4 sets of 8 to 10. Then you might do some heavy weighted pull-ups for 4 sets of. You might even get 6, 7, 8 reps, whatever that may be. And then from there, I go into more hypertrophy. So I do more like lat pull down or those kind of more isolation. No, it's an isolation exercise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's just an accessory.
Yeah, there's more accessory.
It's just hitting your back, but don't do your 5x5 for every single exercise in your workout.
But I mean, my workouts will go from 3 to 5 reps for the first exercise up to 20, 25 reps. Even like doing pullovers at the end or something like that, just to get really force that blood into the muscle, 100%. Just to fatigue it at the end. So.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Richie in North Carolina, USA. Hey guys, trying to take things to the next level and wanted more size, but also want to lower my body fat a little more. Which should I focus on first? Any tips to keeping motivated and stay the course? Thanks, and stay massive.
It's very hard to do both. It's impossible to do both, especially as a natural athlete. The main thing you need to do really is your body is a lot more anabolic at a lower body fat. That's the thing.
100%. Yeah.
You'll agree now that you're a lower body fat, and I'll agree now that I'm.
Well, I'm not a fucking fat as a house like I used to be.
Yeah, and neither am I. So the thing is your body responds a lot more quicker to. It's a lot more anabolic, so it'll respond a lot better. The thing I like being a lower body fat as well is you can see what's working and what's working.
And what's not. Yeah. And the thing is, man, if once you can change your training like from week to week. If you feel like you're putting on a little bit of weight, you change something. Yeah. You increase your volume or you do a little bit of cardio or whatever, and you can just automatically change it back. So man, honestly, if this was me, sorry to steal this question off you, big dog, but I'd just get your body fat a little bit lower, and then you can sort of go into a caloric deficit for a little bit, get your body fat to where you want to be, and then go into a slight caloric surface, but only very, very slight surplus, and then try and put on size from there.
Yeah.
So rather than put on size and then have to worry about losing all that weight, lose the body fat first. So break it up into 2.
And the thing as well is, Richie, I'm obviously not sure what kind of body fat you're sitting at, but from stuff we've seen as well is the guys that do get up to that 15, 20, even higher, obviously higher % body fat, you can't really tell what's going on underneath.
No, hell no.
A lot of it's covered by fat.
Yep.
So the thing is, a lot of people I've seen diet down, and they're like, well, fuck, well, your shoulders look big when you're
but then all of a sudden,
big, but then
nothing.
once you dieted down, you don't really have any shoulders, or you don't really have any arms, or I mean, it even happened with me. I dieted down and fucking arms went. Like things like that, they'll just disappear.
They're not scrawny. They're nice.
which will happen. So yeah, definitely get down to a lower body fat, and then from there, I think.
Yeah, definitely the best way to do it, man. See what exactly is going on. So, Jason from Perth. Hey, fellas, what are your views on static stretching prior to lifting for muscle mass gains? Many thanks, Jason.
Yeah, definitely not static stretching.
Hell no.
Because your muscles aren't warm.
No.
You want like a dynamic warm up.
Yep.
I personally, depending on what workout it is, or something like legs, I'll go on the stepper for 5 to 10 minutes just to get blood flow working. I'll always do, I probably don't do it like I should with upper body, but definitely lower body, I'll always do some kind of cardio for 5 to 10 minutes just to get my legs working.
Depending on like how heavy you're going with training, and you know, this is what I was always. With static stretching, it can sometimes give your muscles this false sense of how long they actually are. Especially like, you know, before you were playing footy, you know, you were never told to do, you know, static stretching first because it stretches out your muscles, and then you go to take off and the muscles snap. So you cause yourself an injury, muscle tears, things like that. So like Steve said, always something to warm up with first, and then dynamic stretching, and leave your static stretching for after training. So that would be the best thing to do. So, and that's going to help with blood flow recovery, that sort of thing. So leave the static stretching to after and do more of a dynamic warm up prior is what I would be suggesting. Covered that one? Yep. Spencer Thomas from, what is it? Is
Illinois.
In southwest Wales. My God, it must be freezing over there at the moment. Hi boys, I'm on a very tight budget. What would be the best form of protein that would be the best bang for my buck, i.e. whey isolate? There are so many on the market right now. Thanks guys, stay massive.
Definitely like WPI, WPC blend is going to be your best bang 100%. For buck.
Yep. And you know, people look at isolates, but really, you know, if you're, you know, you said you're on a tight budget, like, man, you're not going to have a huge amount of difference. If you don't have any allergies, you don't need to worry about having an isolate too much. So, but the thing is, man, if you're on that tight of a budget, focus on your food as well. You know, I'm always going to take whole food sources of protein over protein powder. Apart from probably post-workout, that's the only time I'll have a protein shake if I really needed to. So look at your whole food protein intakes rather than just your protein powders as well, man. Yeah. You want to add anything to that one, Big Dog?
No, the thing is like as well as on top of that is the thing is, as you said, whole foods are going to fill you up much more, and they're going to keep you sustained a lot more.
More micronutrients.
More micronutrients. So the thing
minerals, vitamins.
Joel and I both try and get bigger meals in throughout the day, and less frequent. Rather than smaller meals throughout the day. The other thing as well is if you are having a protein powder, protein is still very cheap per serve.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the thing. So most WPI, WPC blends you can get for about $1 a serve, for like a 5-pound tub. So the thing is, really, if you're still having 1.5 scoops, it's really only costing you $1, $1.50 per serve compared to like cooking a steak, which is 12 or 13 bucks.
Yeah, definitely.
So be wary of your choices in foods as well, I guess. Things like chicken breast is a lot cheaper than a steak, and just be mindful of that kind of stuff.
Definitely. Okay, Matthew from New South Wales. A few weeks ago, you said 1,700 calories was very low for a male and more around what should be for a 50 to 60 kilo female should be on, and which I agree with. How do you guys keep your calories so high? I'm 5'10", 80 kilos, 1,700 calories is what I maintain at. Calorie calculator, I should get this number. And other guys have spoken to cut around that amount too. 3,000 calories to maintain 100 kilos for me. I hate these calculators. And the calculator gets that number too. I know online calculators are just an estimate, but it comes close to the number I see in real life for myself and others. Thanks guys, have a good one. Man, that is like, you know, you're 80 kilos, you're 5'10", it's not as if you're a small individual. 1,700 calories is not a lot. Like, shit, I had what was, someone calculated the meal I had on Blakey's.
It was 1,100 calories, wasn't it?
No, it was 1,700 calories in one meal in the afternoon last week. So that's not a lot, man. And I ate 2 burgers for dinner that night and some ice cream, and so how do we keep it so high? Well, we train pretty much every day. And we've done this for a long time, so our caloric intake has gone up and up and up every year. So the more muscle mass that you have on your body, the more calories you're going to burn. That's just thermodynamics. But I think it's years and years of actually training
and eating more food. That's the thing.
Well, it's eating the right foods. Yeah. Like people look at me and say, "Oh man, that meal's huge," but really it's all vegetables. 200 grams of meat, some rice. It's not like they're not calorie dense foods, so that's why it just looks like so much. But it's really, you have to just slowly build them up. And if that's what your maintenance is at 1,700, you need to increase your caloric output, so you're burning through more calories slowly, and that's going to take some time to do that. But 1,700 calories, man, that's not a lot of at all. So
the thing as well, the issue with calorie calculators as well is they don't take into account the amount of muscle mass. They don't take into account really body fat levels. They don't take into account your TDE. Your lifestyle. Is it an active lifestyle?
Lifestyle's a massive one, man. Like if you look at a guy who's on a building site every day of the week and compare it to what we were doing, he'd be eating more calories than us because he's literally working all day.
They definitely don't got that. And you definitely just need to build your calories up. The thing is now, if you're 80 kilos and you've got a bit of fat on you, where are you going to go?
Yeah, you can't diet. If you wanted to say cut from that and say, oh, I want to drop 3 or 4 kilos, you can't go anywhere. The only thing you can do is increase your caloric output through, whether it's high intensity cardio or whatever it might be. So you need to, build those calories up. All right, Mito from LA, baby. Would you suggest taking creatine without any off-cycle, drinking a lot of water while on it? Question for that? He's got a few questions here. So.
I think you should drink a lot of water no matter what.
Yeah, definitely.
I take creatine year round.
Me too.
It's kind of hard not to take creatine as well, especially when they're in most pre-workouts these days.
The whole cycle on, cycle off creatine thing is bullshit.
And same with loading as well.
Yeah, it's just 100% crap. Like creatine's found naturally in meats and all sorts of things. Now, do you cycle off your steak?
Yeah, no.
So that's all I say to that, man. Don't worry about cycling it off. Take it year round, 5 to 10 grams a day.
And you should always be drinking
drink a lot of water
3, 4,
anyway.
5 litres of water. So.
Yep. Thoughts on Primavar Laxogenin? Do you take it on off days too? Would you suggest cycling off after 2 months of usage? So Laxogenin.
We don't sell that brand, but we sell Creation Laxogenin, which is
and it's also in Olympus Labs Massacre as well. So
the thing is, it doesn't work on like a hormonal pathway the same as it does with your tribulus or those kind of test boosters. So you don't need to come off it.
You can if you want to, but there's nothing that's going to do. There's not going to affect anything if you don't. And yes, you would definitely take it on off days. Just take it every single day, same as what you would with creatine, beta-alanine, those sort of things. So you just need to build it up in your system. So yes, I would. Take it. You can take it as long as you want to, or as short as you want to, and you don't have to cycle off. But make sure it's a quality product, and make sure the dosage is right on that too, man. A lot of people I've spoken to, I had a guy in here yesterday actually. He said he was taking 50 milligrams of Laxogenin but didn't notice anything. And it's like, well, the dosage wasn't high enough for you to actually see anything. So if you make sure you're taking enough of that stuff to actually warrant getting results. Question 3, a top non-stimulant whatsoever fat burner, just get CLA and L-carnitine. We answered this a few minutes ago, man. I would say Core Shred, 100%.
Core Shred, so, stack with CLA. I don't stack with L-carnitine. I don't really like CLA that much as a fat loss product.
No, I haven't used it for, oh my God, years.
I don't know. I wouldn't rate CLA other than I don't rate CLA.
For guys who are doing competitions, like maybe when you're looking for that extra 0.1%, but really for your average person, if you're eating a healthy diet, I don't think you really need to worry about CLA too much. But that is just my personal opinion too. So, all right. Martin, hello gentlemen from San Diego in California. There seems to be a new supplement ingredient are exploding lately. How do you know what really works and what is pixie dusted gimmicks? Marketing studies are just that. Marketing's for sales. What do you rely on?
I mean, there's a lot of studies do come out though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of new ingredients come out, but generally new ingredients that come out have been sort of peer reviewed and have been tested, and there's actually proper studies on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. And a lot of the companies that are bringing out these stuff, like Compound Solutions, have sort of brought out a few lately. They're bringing out the studies to back it up.
Yeah. But other thing, man, the one way you know whether it works is just try it. You know, because one product that you think might be great, I might think is crap.
Yeah.
So just see what works for you as well. You know, depending on, like, Vaso 6 is a big one. You know, you're going to see the results of that straight away.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to take it, you're going to get pumped. So, that's...
If a company came out, and let's just say, like, it was Joel's supplement line, and he's brought out this new ingredient that's meant to increase pumps by 10,000%, and it's called some novel compound that nobody's ever heard before, whatever. And then stuff like that you're going to doubt.
Yes, but if it's, you have to look at who's making it as well. And, like people at Compound Solutions, they've brought out some really great stuff. So you put some trust in the fact that they're bringing out an ingredient. Chances are it's probably going to work. They're not going to stake their reputation on a product that's completely shit just to try and make a couple of bucks. So that's one thing you have to rely on, man. But, the way we find out whether they work is we just try it. See whether it works. If it doesn't, well, thanks for nothing, but it doesn't work. Man, this guy does not have his name. Oh, no, Jalil. There we go. From the ADL. What is your very big boys' current supplement stack at the moment, such as pre-pumps, BCAAs, protein powder? Man, we haven't got long enough on this video for me to label everything. But you go first, mate. What's your current supplement stack?
Current pump, I'm trying a new product out, which is quite good. I've been impressed with it. So you actually might be looking at.
Is that the one in the little tubs that was on your desk that I stole?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. I don't mind that one either.
Yeah, so we've been using that. Current pre has been Ignition Switch, and had some Devastate. I just use whatever Joe's got open, really. To be honest.
Pretty much. You just you just steal whatever Joe's got open. So.
BCAA, I've got lemon Sparta BCAAs from the front.
Really? Pretty much. Steve's supplement stack is whatever's free in the office, pretty much.
Protein powder, I got...
Joe's?
Rule 1 salted caramel, because my good friend Vlad...
Oh, he gave you a free tub?
Rule 1 sent me a free tub.
Hell, mate.
So, yeah.
So how do you got... no, I'm not going to go into that. Jesus, man, mine's a lot. So my pre and pump at the moment is Peak X and Fury X. I'll add Core Shred into that as well, as I just told you guys before. I'll add some Core ABC to that as well. So that's my pre-workout stack. BCAAs intra-workout would be Core ABC. I actually add some EAAs to that as well. Post-workout is BCAAs again, Core ABC, creatine, glutamine, and some dextrose. Actually some MTS Swole as well. I've been putting in that recently. That product's pretty cool. Protein powder. I've got Dougie's chocolate nuts. And they taste delicious. Very, very salty nuts. And then that's about it, I think.
At home, I've got Ignition Switch and Fuel Pump.
Yeah.
I've got
for the weekends.
Yeah, and I've got Drop Factor for the mornings. Acapure for my acetyl carnitine. That's about it, really.
I think that's about it. I take like an absolute shitload of like vitamins and minerals, and I'm not going to go into that because, like I said, we'll be here all day. So, where are we at now? Richard Ray from KS, is that?
Kansas, maybe?
Kansas?
We're
not in Kansas anymore. If you guys could work out of one gym for the rest of your life, no matter where the gym was at, what gym would you choose and why? Thanks, guys, and stay massive.
In
the world, like just pick a gym.
It'd definitely be Gold's Gym, I reckon, in LA.
The thing I love about that gym is you never know who the hell you're going to see. Like you could walk in there one day and you're not going to see anybody. And then the next day, you're going to walk in there and you'll see Arnie training there. And you'll see, I've seen like Mickey Thorpe and, all these old IFB, but Chris Cormier trains there all the time. Callum's there all the time. Yeah. So it's just all that. So, probably that place, purely because you never know.
Plus just the range of equipment that they got.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever had a bad workout there? No. You've trained there after you've been awake for 36 hours and you still have a good session.
There's a shortage of equipment. There's 3 different rooms for machines.
Yeah. So,
plus, right in Venice Beach there is fucking, you can't really beat it.
No. You go grab...
Australia?
Oh, tough one. I don't know. Where would you train?
I don't know.
I'll give props to my man Tony Doherty for this one because
Gym Brunswick's pretty good.
Yeah, Doherty's at Brunswick because once again I've never had a bad session there.
And then Muscle City, I think it's called Muscle City in Melbourne. It was amazing.
Never been there.
It was amazing.
Where was that?
John, I've been there a couple times.
Oh, no worries, mate. Yeah, don't worry about me. I'll just fuck myself, right? All right, Alan Kim, gentlemen. Alan from where the fuck's the six?
Canada.
Canada, eh? If you're on a very tight supplement budget, would you focus on health foundation stuff, greens, multi, omegas, L-carnitine, or body composition stuff, protein, creatine, aminos, or mix one or two of each? Thank you.
If I'm on a supplement budget, I'm going straight for the body composition stuff, to be honest.
I'm going to say both, but you need to pick the good stuff. So I would go creatine, aminos, greens. If you're eating enough greens, I don't think you need a green supplement. Definitely a good multi and a fish oil, D3, that sort of thing. So, and all that stuff's so cheap, man. You know, like, you know, vitamin D3 costs absolutely nothing.
L-carnitine super cheap.
Yeah, all that stuff's super cheap. So I'd be looking at a bit of both. I wouldn't worry about a protein powder. I'd definitely get creatine. I'd definitely get aminos. And then all that other stuff that's going to help your body just function a lot better. Yeah. So that's what I'd be doing there. Yep. Neve and SwoleBate from Stu from Wales, EB Vale in South. What is it with everyone in the bloody UK? Did you guys just like our accents or maybe our haircuts? Thanks for answering my question 2 weeks ago. I've asked about leaning forward during squats. You said it's probably down to my hip flexors being tight. What is the best way to loosen them up? Thanks, guys. Stay massive.
Just stretching. And
stretching,
deep tissue massage.
Deep tissue massage, therapy. But yeah, literally stretching them every day, man. Also stretching all the muscles around your hip flexors as well. Glutes. So stretching your quads, stretching your glutes, stretching your hamstrings. Everything around your hips is so intertwined that you can't just stretch your hip flexors and hope that they're going to loosen up. So you need to stretch everything else as well. So that's definitely what I'll be doing.
Release.
Yeah, go get some guy to stick his fingers into your hips. And you'll probably throw up, but
doesn't feel good. But yeah,
no, but it'll definitely help. So that's definitely what I'll be doing there. D Walker Fitness. If you guys could take what is it with this rest of your life crap, man? I'm not taking a supplement for the rest of my life. Okay, if you could take only take pre or pump for the rest of your life, which one would it be, and what sup would you choose? Shit. So you have to choose like a pre-workout or a pump product.
It'd definitely be a pre-workout. I mean, you take pre-workouts for fucking energy. That's what I take them for.
Yeah, but if I'm training at night, man, I don't take one with caffeine.
I do.
No, I know you do, but I don't. I like quality sleep. That's a tough one, man. Fucking, I can't commit that long. You know, like committing the rest of my life, that's pretty big. All right, I'm going to say a pre-workout, probably Core Fury X at the moment, but, in 12 months, that's probably going to change for you. There'll be something else out new, just because it's got so many pump products in there already.
Yeah. Something like Primeval Mega Pre Black.
Yeah.
Something like Core Fury X.
Yeah.
Something like...
Covers so many bases.
Devastate, because you're getting everything in there. So.
Everything in there, absolutely. Tristan from the ADL, will you guys be stocking core nutritionals commodities again? I've noticed it's been out of stock for some time now. Cheers, fellas.
I don't think there's any talk about it at the moment.
Not at the moment, man. It could be something that we bring in. We only do that if we've sort of found a gap in the market that we don't have any stock of. And that's what we did with the core stuff, but then it's sort of, we found products.
The issue is as well with importing it.
It just takes forever to get here.
Taking forever to get here. The other issue is because obviously importing it from America is a little bit more expensive than your Australian commodities. The thing is the products are exactly the same. I mean, that's the thing. You get 100% creatine monohydrate pharmaceutical grade. It's the same no matter if you put a core label on the front or you put an MTS label or you put a Axe and Sledge label or you put a Creation label. All the products are the same. The thing is bringing in our end result is bringing the customer, being you, the best value for money products. And some of them just weren't quite justified in terms of the price we had to put on them to make it worthwhile.
And the other thing was, man, is especially with a lot of importing in Australia at the moment, like customs and the TGA are really clamping down on it. So there's always that delay.
The thing is, every product that Core do, we've got it on the website in a different brand. So the thing is,
especially the commodities range, like
ATP's got a full commodities range, which is great value for money.
And it's at the end of the day, man, like you said, it's the same base ingredient. There's only so many creatine monohydrates you can have.
So look at ATP Science or look at Gentech, probably as your two core.
Creation,
as your commodity lines.
All right, Aaron Rollins, just wondering if you could touch on the correlation between exercise and mental health. As someone who suffers from crippling anxiety and depression, I would like to learn about the benefits of exercise and if there's any right way or wrong way to battle mental health. First of all, Aaron, man, I'm sorry you're going through that sort of stuff. It's absolutely brutal.
Aaron's my best mate, one of my best mates.
Well, that I can see why he's fucking got depression dealing with your shit. But I would say, like, and this isn't going from, you know, well, I guess it is personal, but, you know, I've never had anxiety, touch wood, or depression, but, man, I think that exercise is the key to, especially for me, for, like, just keeping myself sane.
And an outlet.
And giving you an outlet in one way. You can just go into a gym or whatever it might be. You don't have to exercise. Or it's, you know, you don't have to go to the gym to exercise. You could find something that you enjoy doing, and just having that outlet where you can just go and just work out your frustrations or whatever it might be, or if anything, give you an hour away from the world. You know, you put your headphones in and you go, whether it's for a run or you go for a walk or something where you're just exercising a little bit, release some endorphins and make yourself feel better.
That's probably the biggest thing as well, is releasing those endorphins.
Yeah.
You always feel better after a run. Well, I don't fuck 8 runs, but you always feel better.
But honestly, once you actually get into it, you will start feeling better.
I'd love to run. It's my fucking shins splints.
Yeah. Wait, I'll tell you a quick story before we move on. I went for a run last week. Same day I trained legs on Saturday. I went for a run that night. Yeah. Both quads cramped up at the same time, and I'm not kidding. I fell over. Like, it was luckily there was no one around. It was about 8 o'clock at night, but I had to like limp back home just with both like quads cramping up every fucking step I took. Anyway, back to.
I think the thing, as I was saying, is the, as you said, the release. I mean, that's the thing, is when I can get away, is the gym's always been that sort of outlet where I can just do my own thing.
Yeah.
So I tend to train solo. A lot of the time. I train with Joe a bit sometimes, I train with Luke a little bit sometimes, but at the end of the day, like, it's just my time where I can go there and I can put my headphones in, and as you said, you can just
zone out, man.
Just zone out. And same with going for a good walk. That's why I like walking my dog as cardio. I don't really find it as cardio because I can just put my headphones on and walk Miley and just chill out.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? The thing is, though, is no right way or wrong way to battle mental health.
No.
I mean, the thing I think you got to try and do is try and get out there, though. I know, and obviously to say that from somebody who's not depressed.
No.
But it's to not lock yourself away in a room or just sort of if your home life, this isn't in regards to Aaron because I know his home life, but if your home life, whatever, is bad, or if you've got problems with the missus or whatever it might be, removing yourself from that toxic environment and putting yourself into a more positive environment. I mean, the amount of, like, I go to the gym, I speak to fucking 50 guys when I go there. You're training by people who can become mates.
Definitely.
You chat to, you never would chat. Get things off your fucking mind, those kind of things if you want to.
If anything, man, like, you just go in there, like, you can have a bad day and you just go in there and just throw some shit around for an hour, and it might not be the best session you ever do, but I guarantee you feel better afterwards. So, and, if you can do that every day and just start feeling, better for one section of the day, I guarantee that everything will start to improve. So, I think it's definitely a great way to tackle mental health. Again, not speaking from experience, but it'd be a hell of a lot better than pumping yourself full of drugs to give yourself, this Band-Aid effect to make yourself feeling better when really everything still hurts. So I would definitely recommend doing some type of exercise to help with mental health, that's for sure.
That's the thing is, well, if you go to the gym, you start seeing a bit of changes, start losing a bit of your pop belly, start building a bit of biceps, and
you start feeling better about yourself.
Start feeling better about yourself, and more 100%. Confidence. It sort of is snowballs. So.
Jackson Beasy, is changing up your workouts every week okay to do? Have you done it? And trying to build muscles, should you over time add more calories if you're staying around the same weight?
It depends on what you mean so much by changing up your workouts. I mean, no two workouts to me are ever the same.
Ever.
So, I mean, the thing is, I don't go and do the same 2 workouts. I don't go do the same exercise in a row. I don't go do the same weights each workout. I don't do the same rep schemes each workout.
Yep.
I mean, I've just gone back into doing push-pull legs the last couple of weeks again since Joe's been away. Like, some days I'll start with triceps, some days I'll start with chest, some days I'll start with shoulders, some days I'll do a compound and isolation, and a compound isolation, and sometimes I'll superset them. And no 2 workouts are ever the same. Some days I'll do my heavy compound, it'll be dumbbell bench, next one will be heavy hammer press incline.
Yep.
So for me personally, no 2-week workouts aren't ever the same.
And we spoke about this before, man. The trick to gaining muscle and making progress in the gym is simply that. It's just progression.
Yeah.
Is progressive overload and changing some stimulus in there, whether it's exercises or rep range or volume. That's all you have to do. So you don't have to do the same workout week in, week out to the point where you absolutely hate it. I think you should always change something up, and like Steve said, I'm exactly the same, is no 2 workouts I'll ever do, no chest workouts will ever be the same. I might start off with the same exercise, but then the second exercise will be different, or whatever it might be. But even like Steve said, the rep range will be different, or whatever, the weight would be different. I'm always changing something up to get some sort of different stimulus in there. So I'd always recommend to do that. As far as the calories go, man, if you're looking at putting on size, you need to, if your weight's staying the same, you need to increase your calories, 100%. Yeah. That's the only way you're going to get bigger.
Even just bump up by like 250 to begin with.
10%. Look at 10%. So, figure out what your calories are, go up by like 10% and just give that a try for a few weeks. Once it stagnates again, go up again. All right, Michael Roger Hargood Bailey. My God, from Melbourne, mate. How long's your signature, my friend? I've been suffering from exertion headaches for the last few weeks now, and I'm just wondering if you guys have ever had experience or issues with this. I've had neck issues and scan which showed nothing, and have been strictly resting since my last headache, which is roughly 3 weeks ago. I went back into light training a few days ago and find that the headache returns as soon as I lift a weight at any intensity. Any tips would be superb.
I don't know if you know, but I don't know if you remember, but I had this like a year or two ago. And the issue is my traps were just so tight.
Yeah.
And it was running up into my head, giving me a headache.
He said he's had his head and neck scanned. I'd be interested to know what scans they are.
Yeah.
But another thing that sort of actually just reminded me of this is a few years ago, it was actually nearly 10 years ago now, I got the same sort of thing. As anytime I'd lift, I got lightheaded and got headaches. And it was actually from my CK levels, my creatine kinase levels in my blood were through the roof. Pretty much from muscle breakdown. And it was just a thing that I had to rest. But man, if you've done, I rested for 3 weeks and they went back down. So you've done that in 3 weeks and they've just come back again. So I doubt it's going to be that. I would go and get, your traps and everything around your neck checked out, because it might not be anything in your head or your neck, but it could be muscles around there as well, man.
Whenever I've gotten headaches and sore tightness, it's always been, for me personally, it's always just been tight traps and tight upper back and tight rhomboids and tight neck muscles.
Yeah, and it could be, it could be the position that you have your neck in when you're training.
I'm sitting like this as well, typing,
100%,
always lunge forward.
Yep.
When I was deadlifting a lot, because my traps were always working, my traps were always tensed up. So
you've always had tight traps, though.
Yeah.
So big traps, tight traps. So man, I'd just go, you've had it scanned. I'd go, get a second opinion, go see a physio or something and explain to them what's going on. Touch wood, man. I never get headaches anyway. I haven't had one for years. So I'd just go get a second opinion and get it checked out. There's got to be something wrong and someone's got to be able to get to the bottom of it, no matter what it is. So Sean Freestone from Geelong, what are your thoughts on Laxogenin? Is it worth adding to your supplement stack, and also might be suited for someone in their 20s? I'm 24. Cheers, guys, and stay massive.
My mid-20s is probably something I'd say would be more beneficial.
Anyone, I'm almost putting Laxogenin in the same category as creatine. That anyone doing weight training, it's going to help because it's non-hormonal.
Yeah.
It's going to increase your strength. So I'd definitely say give it a go, man. The two that I would recommend is obviously Creation Laxo Pure, and then Olympus Labs Massacre as well. It's got a really good dose of that and that. So so I'd definitely recommend it, man, for sure.
Joe's been a big fan for 2 years.
Yep.
Then sort of definitely the market's starting to hop on it, as you can see.
Man, absolutely. Okay, Paul from Melbourne. I was wondering if you could discuss ATP Science as a whole. I use Prototype 8 ZMST at the moment. I'm interested in a lot of their products and love their podcast. It seems like they know a lot about the industry. They use prop blends in almost all their products. I was wondering what your thoughts are on this, and if you guys have used their products before. Are there products like Alpha Mars, CordRx worth going for, or just stick with this transparent companies like MTS? Sorry for the loaded. It's not really a loaded question, man. There's no bad questions. We'll happily answer it.
Joel and myself were the reason MassiveJoes stocked ATP in the first place, because we were both given some products by the rep at the time. We both used them and both saw results.
Amazing,
straight away, and that was.
And man, the thing is, that was
years ago.
That was years ago, and we I still use the same products.
Yeah. And I still use the same products daily. So I've used ATP Science for 4 years, and I was a sponsored athlete from them. Yeah, sponsored athlete. Even though I didn't fucking compete, I'm going to call myself a sponsored athlete. So the thing is I wouldn't put my name to a brand that I didn't believe in either.
Hell no.
So I mean, yeah, it was great, and I use and have used their entire range.
Yep.
The creams I don't really use at all.
I don't use them anymore.
Yeah, I don't really use them anymore, just because it's because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I just can't be I just forget to go rub fucking sub.
Well, man, you know what it's like when you train at the gym with Joe.
Yeah.
And half an hour after you get to the gym, he's still, lathering himself up in fucking Prototype 8 and fucking all the other subcut and.
I mean,
so, but in saying that though, those products still work.
Yeah,
it's just that we choose not to use them.
The thing, I mean, the what's the fuck's the word? The prop blend. I mean, it's a big thing in the industry at the moment about people bagging on prop blends. The thing with ATP Science is so much research has gone in, and Matt Legg, their head naturopath, and
who's that mate? Who, let's be honest, is a fucking genius.
Yeah, their formulator has spent years. He's been 20, 30 years in the field as a naturopath and whatever else he's done. And the thing is the reason he puts a prop blend, or they put a prop blend, is that so other companies don't get their research and can't copy it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was talking about a rep with this yesterday, and he was saying about how he thinks prop blends are a good idea, and he didn't even mention ATP Science at all. But he said the thing is that the company he was talking about, they're having so many issues over in the US because they'll put out this company that he was talking about will put out a good product. 2 to 3 months later, they'll see it. 3 or 4 companies have got exactly the same product with exactly the same fucking.
Yeah, and that's exactly why ATP have always done it, and they're going to stick by that.
So I mean, the thing is I don't care, because I know the background of that company and I know who formulates the products, and I have personal experiences of the products working. The issue I have is where you have like a performance matrix, and it's creatine, fucking beta-alanine, blah 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 blah, and the dosage is like 2 grams.
Yeah, and you're like, well, you need about 10 grams of that shit, mate. So that's the issue I have.
That's the issue I have, especially in pre-workouts.
Yeah.
That being said myself, I wouldn't use a pre-workout that was a prop blend probably.
No, because I want to know how much caffeine and how much creatine and how much beta-alanine and all that shit's in there. So, but man, as for the, I'd tell you, so the ATP products that I use right now, let me try and think here. CourtRx, 2 capsules every night, helps me sleep. Alpha Mars, I use at the moment.
I use CourtRx, and I got my bloods done, and I showed you 2 weeks ago, and my cortisol was fucking amazing.
Yeah, for someone who's very, very stressed as well. I use AMP-V before I do any cardio. So I
use Prime.
Yep.
I haven't been using T432 because I'm trying to keep my cardio.
I have used it, but I'm not using it at the moment.
Prime, ZMST, Multi-Food I use, Resilience I use. Yeah, so I mean, I use a fair bit of the products.
Even if they are a prop blend, man, the thing is, the reason why I still use them, because I've used them and I know they work. So if they work for me, I'm going to keep using them. And you should do exactly the same thing, is try them and see whether they work for you.
The thing is I've got my dad using ATP Mars as well. So I mean, I wouldn't give my dad something I thought was shit. So.
No, absolutely not. I hope that answers your question, man. Simon from Dublin, originally from New Zealand, mate. You've definitely made an upgrade there. Just kidding to all my friends over in New Zealand. Hey fellas, do you guys train together much? And when you do, what do you train? Cheers, lads. Well, the only time that Steve and I usually train together is around expos.
Yeah.
And we lock that in every time we go away, is we just train together. Apart from that, he trains in the morning, lives up north or into north. I live down south, so it's sort of hard for us to train together. I train in the mornings, usually pretty early.
Plus you've got family commitments.
Yeah, so it's sort of hard for us, and which, it doesn't really bother us. We, like Steve said before, is sometimes it's good just to train by yourself and do your own thing, but we always, lock in whenever we're at an expo or away for a weekend. We always train together there.
Because we train pretty much identically.
Absolutely, like it's always the same.
And the weights we lift are both pretty similar.
Yeah.
And,
so it's always good fun when we do it. We just don't get a chance to do it often enough. Andrew from Warwick, Queensland. Hey, big boys, questions on Myostatin. Do you guys think it can be controlled using products such as Redcon 1 Moab? Do you guys think it's a waste of time or money? I'm keen to meet you guys at the Arnold this year. Oh, fuck, stop reminding me about the Arnold, man. It's starting to scare the shit out of me.
I don't think the whole Myostatin shit is fucking legit.
Yeah, look, it's a tough one, man. Like, really I haven't read... It's been around for a while, though. Yeah. It really has. It's. I
mean, you see those fucking big fuck-off cows.
Yeah.
And they say the myostatin inhibitors or something to their myostatin is fucked up and
they just keep growing and growing and growing. Can you do that in in a human just by taking?
Let's be honest, you're not going to do that from using a fucking Redcon powder.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Redcon's Moab though is a great product in terms of like the HMB it's got in there and the recovery properties. That being said, I don't think it's going to achieve the desired result you want.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those. I think honestly, man, like Steve said, Moab's a great product, but rather than worrying about your myostatin, there's so much other shit that you can be concerned about that's going to get you great results, rather than, controlling that sort of shit.
Yeah. So like the HMB and that works perfect. But
then HMB's an amazing.
But then you
product.
can go get Creation HMB on its own, and then
That was actually one of the first stacks I ever tried, HMB and creatine, when I was like 18.
Me too. In the it was the Musashi recovery or whatever it was.
I think mine was a little bit before yours. I'm a wily veteran. John, when will there be a MassiveJoes in Sydney?
Probably not for like 3 or 4 years, I'd say.
We're going to focus on Melbourne at the moment, man. It's a little bit, well, not really closer, but our Melbourne store's been doing really well, and we think it's a good opportunity for us to work or get some stores open in Melbourne, and then we'll probably look at Sydney after that. But we're just going to focus on one area rather than scattering ourselves all over Australia. Rebecca Clifton, would love to hear you guys' thoughts on different body types, endomorph, mesomorph, ectomorph, and different exercises, diets, and suggesting for different types.
I mean, they definitely exist. I mean,
100% they exist.
I mean, you see, like obviously the ectomorphs and the mesomorph. I mean, everyone knows the mesomorph who fucking just puts on muscle when they just look at a weight stack. Which is, I hate those kind of people.
Yes, very jealous.
Jealous of them.
But when you look at training, the training's never any different. You're going to get results, and like I said before, it comes down to progressive overload. So your program should be programmed around that. I wouldn't change a training program too much depending on whether you're an ectomorph or mesomorph. It just means the results are going to be a little bit different. Like Steve said, that mesomorph is just going to get massive from doing very little. Your endomorph, you're going to have to do a little bit more cardio. Your ectomorph, you're going to have to do a little less cardio, eat some more. So your diet is probably a little bit more important in regard to that. But the same thing, man. Everyone's always different. So I wouldn't be too concerned about what your body type is, and just find something that's going to work best for you.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the thing. I think it comes down to diet and output at the end of the day.
Yeah, 100%.
Sadly, as much as it sucks, an endomorph is going to have to work twice as hard as a mesomorph.
But in saying that, man, if you're looking at putting on weight,
but that's the thing. And then I speak to ectomorphs. We speak to ectomorphs all the time who are like, "Fuck, I wish I could put some. I wish I wasn't an ectomorph. I wish I was an endomorph." And you hear endomorphs saying, "Fuck, I wish I couldn't lose weight easier."
Yeah. So it's it's definitely, it's almost like that. The grass is greener on the other side type shit. It's just think about what you've got and what you can do to improve that. It doesn't matter what your body type is. What you've got is what you've got. So just really work on it and find the diet that's going to work best for you and the training program that's going to work best for you as well.
Something like an endomorph's just going to have obviously less calories.
Less calories, more cardio. Which again can be a good thing. As much as we enjoy eating, sometimes we just can't be fucked eating either. You sitting down to eat 2 or 3 times at work.
That's why I have 2 shakes a day now.
Mate, my meals are I literally Millie bust my ass. Are you eating again? And it's like, well, I have to. Otherwise, I get hungry. I fade away. So
you get angry.
I get angry. Last question. The Buff Bobcat Pierre from Chester. I hope the week's going well, lads. My question is to you, Swole, is how do you find your way into the MassiveJoes family? Was health and fitness always your thing, or did you start work in a different industry? Thanks for filling in the big ho's shoes. Stay massive, rock stars. I think you should answer this as well. So the way Joe and I actually met is I'll answer the second question before I come back to the first one. So health and fitness has always been a part of my life. I started weight training when I was about 15 for footy. And then I'd never really stopped. My first bench press was made out of a bit of wood in between 2 chairs and a set of dumbbells. And then obviously I went to uni and then became a PT. So when I was working as a PT at a gym, It's the same gym that Joe used to train at. And then we got talking one day. We started training together. And then we trained together for years. And pretty much the rest is history. So, and then I did a little bit of like wholesaling for Joe through my PT business. And then he asked me to come on board and take care of all the wholesale stuff. So that's pretty much my evolution through MassiveJoes. And so, yeah, I really haven't worked in a different industry, man. It's always been the health and fitness industry. It's an industry I've always enjoyed. I said to someone this morning, man, I've actually been working in gyms for 14 years. Like, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So the great thing is you get to see the evolution of both those industries.
I got my first job in a gym 12 years ago.
Yeah.
In 2 months will be 12 years ago.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? So the other thing, Big Dog, so how did you sneak your way in here?
No, that's for you.
No, I want you to answer it.
Oh, I stopped my landscaping business and then started my own supplement business.
Yeah.
And started wholesaling off Joe, so similar to what you were doing at the gym. And then It's
funny how he just sucks people in the same way, isn't it, cheeky bastard?
So, no, actually it wasn't that. I hadn't wholesaled off him yet. I started doing my online thing, and then I did a powerlifting comp, won the powerlifting comp that he was sponsoring. So it was a charity comp. So started speaking to him that night. Then he said, "Oh, you can come buy subs off me if you want." I said, "Okay, whatever." So I came there and started.
Whatever, dickhead.
Went and who the fuck's this kid in his van?
I'm not sure whether people would have seen the van when it was actually wrapped up. But
yeah.
He actually, when he used to drive that van, he looked like fucking Donkey Kong. He used to drive it like this.
So big in a little van.
Oh mate, there's no room in the front of that thing. So
and so from then I went and came down. I think it was probably that following week and picked up a few things that Joe had that I couldn't get because I was too small and they wouldn't give me an account to buy. So fuck you, Maxes.
What are you on the phone with him?
But yeah, like so some accounts like Maxes and then a few other ones like gave you like 5% discount because you weren't big enough or you didn't have a physical storefront or all those kind of things. So they wouldn't sell me products. So that's where I came through Joe and bought those products off Joe. And then the gentleman who was working for Joe, I don't know if it was even full time.
No, Mark was sort of full time, but he was sort of I think he was pretty much there full time anyway.
And then anyway, he wanted to go off and be a PT at a new gym that was opening up in the city. So he went and did that, and then there was an opening, and then I just pretty much bugged Meal every day, and just bugged the shit out of her really for a job.
She just said to her, "You realise I'm not going to fucking go away." I'm going, let's just hire this dickhead and put him in the warehouse.
I had a job interview.
Did you?
Yeah.
I think
wore a pair of Nike running shorts and a MassiveJoes tee.
Well, mate, I didn't even have really an interview, but my interview was probably like 8 years long, where it was.
You know what surprised me though? It doesn't surprise me, but it surprised me is that you went to uni. I think
for fuck's sake, everyone thinks I'm a fucking dumb country redneck.
No, the thing is, I'm the only person.
No, you're a cunt.
I'm the only person here, except for Luke, who does the camera work, who hasn't been to uni in this entire organisation.
And he's the GM.
Yeah.
Just shows you don't have to go to uni, guys, to be a bowler.
Jeez.
All right, that's it, Neve.
Sorry about the swearing.
No, we apologise for that stuff later. Dilly might have to beat that C word out because that's one thing my mother doesn't like is that word.
No, I don't think I dropped that one in front of my mum before.
Oh, plenty of times that she usually slaps me around the back of the head. So that's a wrap, guys. Episode 149. I think the big dog will be back next week.
He's going to be back Monday, so.
But I'm going to try and
sneak in.
I think he's done.
He's done.
I think he's done. Really, his head's getting a little bit too big for the camera as well. Like you're getting out further and further, so we can bring this thing back together.
I'm actually on screen this week.
Yeah. Instead of just being like half your body and you sort of duck your head in like this. So that's a wrap. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button that used to be just up there.
If there is one anymore.
If there is one anymore. Stay tuned to all the latest editions of Weekly Word with Us two legends. Turn the post notifications on and all that other jazz.
You're getting good at this, mate.
I know, mate. This is my second episode back and I'm just running with it.
Jeez.
Where are we coming to from Big Dog?
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay massive.
Thank you for tuning in to this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the MassiveJoes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.